Good afternoon. Welcome back to another YouTube video. Now, I am doing something different for today. I'm doing an SCP reading. To kind of take a break from Roblox content. Before this video starts, I want you guys to leave a like and subscribe because I'm only at 7 subs and come on, I need more subs, dude. 7, that's not a lot. Anyways, let's start this article. SCP item number 746. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. SCP-746 is to be kept in a standard humanoid containment chamber at Site-66. Specialized bedding designed for SCP-746's anatomy is to be provided for comfort and to be replaced every 3 months. Being transported, SCP-746 is to be provided with an appropriately sized wheelchair for mobility. Then the use of its provided cane. It is to also wear a control collar to be supervised by no less than 3 armed guards. Foundation translator fluent in Japanese. Dialects is to be made present to facilitate communication with SCP-746. Currently, SCP-746 is scheduled to attend English classes on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays with Dr. Kaya, along with receiving physiotherapy. Description: SCP-476 is a sapient avian humanoid, standing 1.3 meters tall and weighing 38 kilograms. The entity's face appears aged and is a deep red with a 28 centimeters long beak-like nose. Most of its body is covered in rough black feathers, the longest provided on the forearms, shoulders, neck, and cuffs. Currently, SCP-746 wears a specialized leg brace provided by the Foundation medical personnel on its left leg due to suffering a permanent crippling injury. See Addendum 101 for details. Before accusation of SCP-746, it was agile and capable of sprinting up to 11 kilometers per hour. It had also been observed to have acrobatic skill during attempts at capture by recovery teams. SCP-746 now moves at a significantly slow pace and requires a cane to aid it in walking. SCP-746 has complained of feeling back, shoulder, and pain along with stiff joints. An X-ray of SCP-746 has shown several stress fractures. Psychotherapy has shown to be effective. These injuries were also acquired from its initial accusation. SCP-746 is docile, though it has shown to be somewhat mischievous in interviews before its containment. Due to its condition, it is not capable of performing any acts of mischief and is considered an issue to containment. SCP-746 is fluent in several Japanese dialects and has shown minor knowledge of English. It has shown willingness to improve its English and thus far has significantly improved with provided classes. According to SCP-746, it has attained knowledge of English when encountering American tourists speaking and had grown fascinated. Its diet consists of mostly seafood and vegetable leaves. The existence of SCP-746 came to Foundation attention on 2/23 after reports of pranks by an unknown entity caught on recordings at Tokyo, Japan. 2 agents were sent to investigate and encountered SCP-746 for 2 weeks. SCP-746 had evaded capture before the event linked to its accusation. Addendum 01. SCP-746 has successfully captured on 5/1 in the city of Kyoto, Japan. SCP-746 was being pursued by an instance of SCP throughout the day and attracted the attention of nearby recovery teams. The SCP instance caught up with SCP-746 and snug its fist, which clung 746 to a wall, falling onto a car and to the ground. The instance then proceeded to crush 746's left leg with its club as 746 attempted to crawl away. Agents from Mobile Task Force NU-32, Peach Boys, assigned to the containment of instances, managed to save SCP-746 by distracting it as the other agents rescued 746. For further details of the incident, view Incident 746A. Below is an interview with 746 as it regards to the incident. Interviewed. 746. Interviewer. Dr. Rainfield. The following interview was originally spoken at the Tokyo dialect and has been translated. Dr. Rainfield. Greetings, SCP-746. Are you feeling well? SCP-746. Yes, it hurts less. Dr. Rainfield. Your English is better than last time as well. Anyway, I am here to ask you some questions. Very well, about what? Back at Kyoto, can you tell me the SCP instance was after you? 746. The Oni. Let's see. Found it sitting under a tree in the forest and I spoke to it. I quickly learned it was dumb. It was a dumb one. And his stomach was getting hungry, so I saw a chance to do a trick. What kind of trick? Well, I tricked it into eating dun. That's disgusting. I know. And never have I seen a foolish Oni in all my 700 years of life. It was steamy, and I told the fool it was Carinto. Ugh. So I'm going to assume what happens next is that it grew angry. Yes, that is correct. The big brute was furious. Oh, the look on its face. It then stood up and swung its club to only miss me. Run I did, fast as the wind behind me, and I could hear the brute's roar and trees being knocked over. As I was making my escape, I stumbled upon that I swung across from a branch, and seconds later, heard loud splashes of the fool falling into it. Come to think of it, I think it was the home of a family of kappas. There were distinct shouts, and I didn't really know what was being said, for the Oni was coming, and I didn't have time to stop. Anyways, it was starting to catch up, and so I decided to make it dizzy by going around in circles. The fool swung its club at every direction, trying to hit me, and some were not even close. Maybe its wet hair got in its eyes, but it was nothing less assuming. Weren't you worried, though? Why would I? I was having the most fun at the time. This was an excitement. Alright, please continue. Where was I? Oh yeah, the Oni looked dizzy enough, and I continued on away from him. I was near the city and thought I lost it until I heard it roar again. It was starting to get tiring and thought maybe I'll definitely lose it in the city. The wires and buildings helped slow the Oni as I went through alleyways and rooftops. People were also screaming at the sight of Oni, which I don't blame. Not only was I dumb, but ugly too. The rest of the story you already know, and leads me to ask what happened to the Oni. Why are you asking? I was too busy being in pain and shock and saw that what happened. I'm just wondering. We incapacitated it. That's all. Oh, okay. Well, just to be sure to give it an actual Carinto for being the most fun I had in a while. Although, I doubt it will trust anything. That is Carinto again. You know, that stunt of yours caused a lot of trouble. Several streets and property were destroyed, and your amnestic teams had to work hard to conceal the situation. It almost killed you and left you crippled. Was it really worth it? Oh, yes. Even though you are no longer able to do any other stunts ever again. Honestly, I had my years of fun, and I'm happy to have it end with the pleasure of fooling an Ani. So they say, out with a bang. Addendum 746. The SCP instance involved in the accusation of 746 has shown heightened levels of aggression and attempts to breach containment. The instance seeks to travel to 746's location and possesses a danger to Site-66 and SCP-746. Neutralization of the instance is pending approval. Neutralization has been approved. Carinito is a sweet, deep-fried Japanese snack, in case any of you guys are wondering. Well, that's the end of the video. Sorry if I messed up a lot. This is my first time. Again, I'm only 15, so yeah, my brain hasn't the best developed. Please leave a like and subscribe again. I know I'm begging for it, but I don't have much subs. You guys have a good day, all of you, and I see you all later. This is Dr. Jacob. Peace out.